Hello, for Dolly Friends, Christians again. Welcome back to the video. This is the request time for Carrie, and the name of this video is Chucky's worst episode ever. What a disaster! The real shit. Whew, I don't know. Let's check it out, baby.
On a weekly basis, why I still review this show, and not because people are trying to rescue me from this train wreck, but because there are actually people who love this show so much that they just can't stand to hear anyone say anything negative about it. Well, these people are going to continue to be in their feelings this week, because I believe that this was quite possibly the worst episode of Chucky yet.
What episode is
Let's
it?
discuss.
I like this show, so I understand why he's.
Before I get started, I'd like to kindly ask if you hit the like button, and please subscribe to the channel for more content, just like this.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
I didn't think it was possible for the Chucky TV series to be so bad that it actually made me miss Punchable Face Jake this week. The beautiful thing about this show is that it's easy content for me. It's quite literally terrible, so it's easy to talk about. It's easy to review. It's easy to rip apart.
I disagree. I love the series.
And make the video do even better. So it's literally a win.
I don't know why people request videos like these, because I don't agree with one word this guy fucking says about the movies or shows I like, so.
And for me. You lose! Good day, sir! This show, especially this, feels like the creators were just throwing darts at the wall to decide the different plot points that they might cover. That is, in fact, if you consider this show to have a plot at all. Because I personally consider it a bunch of random shit thrown together, all masquerading as a horror TV show. I'm talking bottom-tier dialogue with even worse delivery, if that's possible.
The dreaded stakes!
There's a scene in this episode where Jennifer Tilly is going back and forth and having some banter with her party guests. And the entire time, it literally sounds like she's reading off of a cue card. And I kept asking myself, what the fuck am I watching? Plus, she has this over-the-top acting style that she brings to this character that's supposed to be quirky and fun, but comes off downright awful every time I see it. What the hell am I looking at? When does this happen in the movie?
These memes aren't funny, man.
With someone apparently
In my opinion, at least.
because of its weird tone, and they compared it to Seed of Chucky. Comparing this episode to one of the many terrible horror sequels that this franchise had produced is not going to give me a lot of hope going into it. And when I finally watched it for myself, all of my suspicions were confirmed. First, it should be noted that Chucky is basically not even in this episode. With the exception of a fourth wall breaking intro and outro that added absolutely nothing to the show whatsoever, by the way. Meta fourth wall breaking characters has kind of become the new norm now, and it's been done so much and done poorly that it's gotten to the point where it's not even clever anymore.
This is why I can't continue with this shit.
At the end of it, Chucky kills WWE superstar Liv Morgan, and that's about all we get out of it.
Oh yeah, that episode. Now I know what he's talking about.
And yet it was the only thing that resembled any kind of horror for the entire hour. The rest of this episode involves Glenn and Glenda throwing their mother, Tiffany, or Jennifer Tilly, a surprise party, complete with B-list celebrity cameos. Or maybe C-list. And let me tell you, not even the great Joey Pants could save this travesty.
I heard what I said because I was standing there when I said it.
During this party, we are also introduced to Jennifer's over-the-top butler, Jeeves, who seemingly appears out of nowhere, by the way, whose sole purpose in this episode is to say as many insensitive things as possible, just so the show can counter with some heavy-handed message about trans people, or bigotry.
Oh, that Terminator he's got back there. That's cool.
Homophobia. Then he's the type of character that we see a lot
of
in modern
cool.
entertainment now. He's one-dimensional, and his sole purpose is to...
I don't agree with one single word this guy's saying, but he does have a nice background. I'll give him that.
be as mean and prejudiced as humanly possible. Or actually, in this case, inhumanly possible, because nobody in this show actually resembles an actual human being. And why do we do this? Because this is how the people who write this show view half of the world, and that's in their words, not mine.
Fuck me, right?
Within just a matter of a few moments, Jeeves insults Glenn and Glenda for their use of pronouns, for their made-up gender-neutral terms, or just looking how they do in general. He even stereotypes Joey Pants as a gangster, simply because of his Italian heritage and the fact that he played Ralphie on The Sopranos. And people can sit here and tell me with a straight face that this show is not written to be heavy-handed. That was people's major issue the first time that I ever reviewed this show, is that I said it was heavy-handed. When you have characters written like this, Jeeves the butler, who is quite literally heavy-handed the character.
Shut up, God forbid, God forbid. Don't talk like that.
Jeeves doesn't last long, however, as he is quickly killed after his barrage of nonsense. And suddenly, this episode turns into a murder mystery theater situation, where the guests think that it's all an act just for the party, and we in fact know that it is real. So now we are tasked with finding out who killed Jeeves, and who took Nika out of her room, and basically some fucked up, less entertaining version of Clue.
I don't care.
These memes are stupid. I don't know why he keeps showing them.
All Glenn and Glenda, who actually found Nika earlier in the day.
I don't even know where these movies are from.
Came up with a plan to get her out. Then we have all of these convoluted explanations about what actually is going on here and who did what to who. And to cap it all off, we have Chucky randomly popping in and out of Nika's body. He also talks to his children secretly, trying to turn them against their mother.
You one crazy ass bitch.
This episode ends with Glenn and a returning Kyle liberating Nika from her imprisonment. And Glenn stays behind because they still have a soft spot for their mother. Is this building to anything? Are we going anywhere with this show? It doesn't really matter. The real point of this episode is that Glenn and Glenda got to kill a bigot. That's the real development here. Yes, this show is top-notch. The Chucky TV series once again blessing us with riveting television.
Why did these things always...
I don't know nowadays. We're getting
You know
Bernie's.
what? This show does remind me of Seed of Chucky, as well as Bride of Chucky, and even Cult of Chucky, meaning that they all suck. And quite frankly,
No, they don't. I like all those movies.
Himself, that he's allowed this franchise to be to this point. It's a literal parody, a joke, a bad joke that they're constantly trying to sell to us and failing miserably. Imagine watching this show and truly believing that it's well written, well acted, well directed, well edited. I'm not talking about if you think it's fun because it's goofy and campy. I'm talking about, is this show well made from a storytelling perspective?
Yes, in my opinion, yes.
That makes sense.
I watched 13 Ghosts over the weekend. A movie that's kind of regarded as being universally not that good, but it has some appeal because it's got that guilty pleasure factor. And I shit you
No,
not,
it's
this
only a good
is
movie, dude.
considered to be not that good, but all the dialogue in that movie is at least delivered in a way that is somewhat believable, which is more than I can say for the Chucky TV series. There's at least a story for us to follow along with.
I'm feeling woozy ass.
Apparently a good
From
movie.
critical
You show
standpoint, I'm
Scream.
not talking about if you're a fan. From a critical standpoint, this show offers absolutely nothing. But I'm going to keep watching it because, one, it's my job, and two, because it bothers people so much that I do it for some reason, and three, because Chucky is so bad that it's a gift that keeps on giving. And this week was the biggest gift. It's honestly a content creator's dream. At least a content creator who is capable of being critical and not reacting to everything like a starstruck fanboy.
It's the F capital T. Stop. Huh?
Welcome to real life. There are people with different opinions and people with more well-informed opinions. Get over it. Bottom line is, Chucky Episode 4 was fucking dreadful, but the show must go on and I will always be here to call it out for the hot garbage that it is. Thank you.
Yeah.
Warning after
The fuck?
warning, and yet you continue to talk about this show. What's it going to take for you to realize this is not a game? You need to find a new hobby.
I'm not saying you're wrong that I said the movie's terrible, or the show's terrible. The problem I have with people, not like him, but people who, if I like a movie called, if I like Megan, if I like Chucky, if I like any kind of movie, when people show me about it and they make fun of me, that is when you are a horrible person. Okay, it's not a great episode of Chucky, but I mean, I like the show. I love Chucky. I love all the movies. Even see the Chucky. Hell, I have the whole entire family right here. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I love Chucky. I love Seed of Chucky, Bride of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky. Excuse me. The remake, Megan, all these movies. And this guy hates for whatever reason. Like I said, it's his opinion. I don't care. It's his opinion, and he has a right to his opinion. But if you shit on me for liking a show or a movie that you don't like, then get the fuck out of my fucking screen. But I respect the real Shift's opinion on this. I mean, he doesn't like the show, yet he tends to watch it for whatever reason. I don't know why. Just watch something that you want to watch. Don't watch fucking Chucky. I don't get why people watch a show or movie that they hate. It makes no sense to me, even when what you just fucking said. Just to piss off other people. It makes no sense. But I respect his opinion. But I love Chucky season 1, 2, and 3. And all the movies, so. Can't change my opinion. Sorry, but not sorry. With that said, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Peace out. Bye-bye.